Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of sun. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. Yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
Welcome to Fourth and Jawn, episode 245. I'm Gayle Saunders here, right next to Evan Hollywood Hearn and Prime in the building, in the man cave, in where are we? Clementon, New Jersey. Anyway. Big win. I'm feeling good about myself. I know Eagle fans who traveled all the way out to Denver are feeling good about themselves. I mean, overall, as Eagle fans, did we see a complete football game from this team? We've been looking for the Russian dynamic to hit in full effect. It came back for a third straight week. We got some passing attack with Devontae Smith hooking up with Jalen Hurts 2 times this game. I'm excited. Just the fact that you're watching a game and you're feeling like they're really putting this thing together.
It was the first time all year, man.
I mean, I'm right now as an Eagle fan, I'm just proud of Sirianni. Proud of Sirianni, what he did, the game plan, and how they came together on the road. And again, those Eagle fans that were at the hotel and all the Eagle fans who showed up to Denver in full forces, you guys deserve this W just like the rest of us. But I'm saying the guys who made it out there, you guys deserve this W. Evan, how you feeling, my guy?
Let me just take that microphone from your hands. Yeah, this is obviously a new setup we got going on down here in the Prime Man Cave. We were watching from, couldn't head out to Denver, but had a lot of people we knew that went out there. Like you said, this was the game to go to. This was a complete game out of the Eagles today. First one that we've seen all year long. Everybody was just, flying on all cylinders today. Big play Slay, living up to his name. But yeah, it was just an all around complete game. I had somewhat of a complete game earlier today too. It already begins because you see this other guy who's not in frame with us. I had to take him down in horse, and it was a dominant victory, just like how the Eagles had a dominant victory today out on the field. But check on the man of the house.
Listen, I'm all good over here, and let me just clear it up for you. All right. I had to give it good content. I had to let this thing be real, important for that guy back there. All right. So, I mean, it went his way, of course. It's all right. It's all good. At the end of the day, it was fun. But anyway, yeah, we're here in the Prime Cave. It is a different setup, so we apologize. We're just trying to go ahead and
apologize,
make this thing happen. Yeah. You just for those certain ones that are just talking about it's a weird setup and everything. But anyway, great game today. I mean, it was an all-around game. They came together as a defense, as an offense, as a team, and that's what we needed. We've been waiting for this for many weeks. It's finally here. Late, but hey, listen, I'll take it. Definitely was impressed with the running game. Jalen Hurts had some good plays. Big play Slay, man, came through with that fumble recovery. That we had we had some interesting content on just that play itself. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, I'm really happy. It was a great game, great victory, and we were able to pull off a victory that those damn Cowboys couldn't do last week. Just saying.
Now, Todd in the comments saying Hurts is showing progression. We might have a QB. At the end of the day, that's what you want to see from Hurts. The progression is something that we've been looking for. The last couple of games. It's because you're analyzing his game. That's what we're doing at this moment. But overall, I'm kind of like analyzing Sirianni's game plan for Hurts. Like I thought his game plan for Hurts, I still haven't now. Today seemed like it seemed like he really had a good plan in place for him. And the fact that we've been talking about getting Devontae Smith going. And the fact that he's targeting him against PS2, one of his former teammates, I thought that connection is something I wanted to see, and we got to see it. And again, if we're gonna be honest, I mean, did this guy in Jordan Howard on the day what he had 12 attempts, 83 yards. The ground game has been solid. You team that up with Boston Scott. I think the 1-2 punch Yeah, and Miles Sanders is coming back soon. I think these guys have solidified the running game the last couple of days. I mean, last couple of games. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think the running backs have been absolutely holding it down. Jalen Hurts as well, man. Jalen Hurts continues to do his thing with his legs. But, like, can we address something that we were all watching together here in this room? I would like the people in the comment section to weigh in on this as well, because there was a few plays. I have never seen anybody in my life complain more about a 32-yard gain by a quarterback than these two right here. Talking about oh, go get out of here. You know what? That's a violation. You were both, you had your knickers in a knot over the fact that our quarterback just ran a 32 yards. Listen, that's the type of quarterback that Jalen Hurts is. He's a guy that is a dual threat. He can get it done with his arm. He can get it done with his legs. And I like all these designed runs that we're doing with the quarterback. I really do. I understand your mentality of wanting him not to take a shot. But in reality, I don't think that he takes many bad shots. He's a adorable dude. He knows how to go down. He knows when.
You call him adorable?
Adorable. Durable. That's what I'm saying. Adorable.
You said he was an adorable.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he said adorable.
Clowns. No, but my point is that my man can take a shot. He shouldn't be out there just taking shots for the hell of it. But if you're gaining 32 yards, I don't know what people are complaining about. That's a good play. I like the whole game plan today.
Real quick, Jason, shout out to your little man's first birthday today, man. I'm glad we were able to get that W for you and for the little man. But yeah, man, going back to that 32-yard run game, I'd rather it be done by our running back. And if you go back to that play, Jordan Howard was wide open. He literally was running by side to side with Jalen Hurts.
What was the result of the play?
I get it, Ev. I just don't want my man to keep taking beatings.
Who's to say that Jordan Howard even catches that ball?
You're right. I mean, we could look at that in many, many ways. It definitely went Hurts' way. I just
can't accept a good thing.
I get a little bit worried about a lot of these read options. I think they're just unnecessary at times. But look, you're right. I am with you. It was a positive play. We did get 32 yards out of that, and it definitely played a big part in this win today. But just still, I just don't want to see the man go this far and then get hurt because of something like that. Just saying.
Now, Drew Johnson from YouTube says big play Slay, and it's something that comes with his name. We've seen some big plays. You go back to the Carolina Panthers game, coming up with 2 picks, but he came up with a huge play. You talk about momentum shift, the fact that he came up and just grabbed the football. We had Prime a little. He got his feelings a little bit. He said, go down, Slay. And we were just like, what? And then all of a sudden, Fletcher Cox, he kind of ushered him to the sideline and then let him go and do his thing. And he did his thing, put on the Jets. That's what you get from big play Slay. And that's the kind of player that you love to have at cornerback. So that was a great thing. I mean, mind you, Ronald Darby was across the way. You guys remember him? You remember him? Yeah. I mean, overall, I thought that was a great dub. I mean, great play, but also a great dub. But Jawn makes a point, need to get the first dub at the link. And I think if you can build off this is the kind of win we were talking about building off of. You get the Saints next week. Come on, man. Gentlemen, you guys were riding high out there in Denver. I don't know how high, because I know I've been hearing a lot of things back from Eagle fans. But, you guys been riding high. Hopefully you ride high off of this win, come back and take a home win, because we need it.
We need it desperately, man. The fact that we are more than halfway through the season right now and we still don't have a win at home, it makes me really wonder, I feel like this Eagles team is finally starting to turn it around, and you're welcome, everybody. That was strategic when we had Steve O'Reilly on. I was saying, every time I predict that the Eagles end up losing a game, we end up winning. I was rolling with those punches. And yeah, the fact that we're able to get a win out in Denver, out of a decent squad, honestly, we need that momentum to keep on going. This is the time of year I said that the Eagles turn it on. This is the same time of year, Marcus, that the Cowboys fall off a cliff.
We have a resident Cowboy fan in here watching.
I got my right hand man in the cage just chilling. Yeah, he's a Cowboys fan like my brother. But yeah, they definitely could enjoy that win today. But it's the month of November. This is the month where they really do start falling apart. They got a tough game next week against the Chiefs, and you're gonna see it. We got the Saints. Hey man, it still could be a turnaround. Still plenty of time. For something positive. That's all I'm gonna leave it as. Just for something positive. I'm not talking about going all the way. I'm not talking about doing anything crazy, but it's just the type of turnaround that we could just really use at this time of the year, and I think it's coming. I really do.
Let's talk about a turnaround. I mean, Donte with the comment here, he says, with the way Howard's running, we need to go back to Boobies' rookie year with him and Howard as an RB rotation. And the thing is, like, you've seen the way that Howard and Scott, their game has like played off each other really nicely. Two different running styles. I mean, you have another slasher and a guy who's a home run hitter in Miles Sanders. Now, how do they make it work?
Who takes a back seat?
I mean, you got to make it work either way. But overall, we've been asking as a podcast and as fan base has been asking for more Miles Sanders. Feed Miles, free Miles, whatever you want to say. I think as we're running the rock, we'd love to see more of this. But either way, you got to take a moment and give a hat tip to Boston Scott and Jordan Howard. I mean, that when they talk about Jordan Howard during camp being more rejuvenated, looking like himself once again. I mean, you gotta say that he looks like himself.
Yeah, he's averaging almost 8 yards a carry. I mean, 12 attempts for 83 yards. That's a great day on the ground. I feel like Jordan Howard really is the guy that he averages, good per yard run or good per rush yardage. But back to my point, like when Miles Sanders comes back, it would be absolutely silly of Nick Sirianni to lean away from this run game. I don't anticipate that happening. I think that Nick Sirianni has finally settled in and understands what the strengths of this offense are, and that's a good thing. But who takes a back seat in this running back rotation?
I don't think anybody should, bro.
Is it Gayle?
Yeah, okay, Gainwell, yes.
He's already taken a back
seat.
seat.
He pretty much.
If you bring in Miles Sanders, that's going to take touches away from somebody else as well.
That's fine though, but I think we got a three-headed monster that we just created right there. You bring Booby back next week, it's now a three-headed monster.
With Jordan and Scott.
You see what Scott and Jordan are doing, the damage that they're doing, bro. You go ahead and add Booby. Come on, man. I think our game plan can even get more explosive with those three on the field. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I personally like the muscle inside. I mean, Jordan Howard is showing that he can, lay down the thunder, running the ball up the middle. The way he runs is no other of this group.
He runs hard, harder than anybody else on the team for sure.
I mean, you see just the way he's I don't know, man. He's one cut runner. He falls forward. It's that's the kind of shit that like you're just like, man, why haven't we been seeing this the whole season? And then you're wondering the play calling. This is what we wanted from Sirianni, a balanced attack. Like why couldn't they do this in previous games? I don't know.
Well, I mean, they mentioned during the game that this is the third straight week that we have rushed for at least 175 yards. This is obviously a game plan that works. I mean, these past 3 weeks, even though we did lose the previous week, I think offensively it was still a decent game. And so you just see how much better this offense clicks with this current game plan that we have going on. Just run, man. 175 yards the past 3 weeks. That's how you get down the field. I mean, that and Devontae Smith, that's really the entire formula for our offense. Even with Dallas Goedert going down today, I thought that was going to have a bigger impact than it actually did. He was obviously missed, but we were still able to just completely control the offensive side of the game.
With the fact that Booby's coming back next week, hopefully, and you don't go away from the run game. I mean, this is just me talking to the Eagle staff. And then, I mean, like, don't go try and fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. We got a good game plan. Let's stick to it. As you can see, the run game is just explosive. It's been very useful for the past few weeks. And then again, with Miles coming back next week, it could be even more explosive. So I think this is like the right time. I mean, we got the Saints, and then we start going into the divisional games, which are going to eventually play a big part for the rest of the season. So man, I'm telling you, just stick to it. I really hope that they do. And you guys called it. I mean, you guys pretty much nailed it on the coffin with the fact that Sirianni's finally picking up on what he should have been picking up on early in the season, and he's on it now. And I hope he stays that way.
Tony with the comment here. He says how he can put down those binoculars and save those draft picks. We got a QB, as you know, that Howie was at the Pitt North Carolina game, checking out maybe the quarterbacks. But again, he's got to do his due diligence as a GM. But either way, this is a question that could be asked amongst family and friends of all Eagle fans. Do we have our QB? And again, I'll take it from a evaluation standpoint. I'm still evaluating.
But question's still unanswered at this point. It's still unanswered
For you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No. I mean, honestly speaking, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean, I'm hypothetical.
Before y'all even go on, shout out to used to, man. The handoff connection, the handoff.
You digging that
game? Yeah,
we haven't
game.
fumbled one yet.
Hey man, I used
you.
to run the 4x100 with the baton.
That's cool, bro. I mean, just wanted to shout out used to for the handoff game.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, but Jalen Hurts. What have I been saying since week one, since the preseason? I need to see the full year. And if he was absolutely lighting it up the first half of the season, and it was like, he was having a Russell Wilson-esque type season, yeah, obviously I would be more convinced that we have our franchise quarterback moving forward.
You should say it to his face, though.
I'm saying it right. Okay. Where am I looking? I'm looking right at him. I'm just saying that it hasn't been that Russell Wilson-esque season. There's been ups and there's been downs. He's had his good games and he's had his, really shitty games.
But this is a game in the right direction.
It's definitely a game in the right direction. I mean, it was all about the completion percentage as well, too. I mean, it was 16 for 23. It's decent. There was a few. He had that Quez Watkins drop that could have been another touchdown added to his tally. But yeah, he did exactly what he was supposed to do today. He controlled the offense, kept it out of reach, and we will see throughout the rest of the year if he's able to lock in that franchise quarterback tag.
Hey, listen, the way he was swinging that ball today, I mean, he was slinging it pretty good. He looked real good. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we definitely still need to go ahead and evaluate this kid. There's still a whole lot to evaluate. But he definitely did look sharp today. I mean, besides that Quez, I mean, come on, that wasn't on him. That was on Quez. Quez dropped it. It was a beautiful ball. Should have definitely
could have been 3 touchdowns.
Could have been another touchdown. Absolutely right. But the whole going forward and stuff, like he seems like he has a system in place, but he just needs to stay consistent with it. So the way he played today is just what we need him to play the rest of the year. Stay comfortable in the pocket. I mean, again, maybe like fall back a little bit on these read options. I know it's not him. I don't know. Is it him deciding that? Is it the play calling? But I think these read options just need to fall back a little bit. We have the running backs to go ahead for the running plays, utilize them, and just stay in that pocket, stay a little bit more comfortable, because today he looked pretty sharp. He felt comfortable and he was hitting his targets. But if you really go ahead and that connection between him and Watkins would have happened, bro, I mean, it couldn't have been any more beautiful than that.
Mr. Ross in the building.
Point and laugh.
Mr. Ross in the building says our D-line finally applied some pressure today. Prime boy Barnett had a few penalties again. LMAO. I said death, taxes, and it's always him. If you're a real one, you understand that is.
What was it that what was the comment that you said about me that I turned instantly into what? What was it? 1 minute I'm calm, and then I just go into
Prime definitely got Tourette's, because mans could be calm as all hell, and then all of a sudden, Barnett, get him out,
bro. We are literally enjoying this game, talking. It was a great time, and then you talk, hey, haven't seen a penalty by Barnett, and boom, you get that damn 15-yard. Guy averages a 15-yard penalty a game. Come on now.
Maybe you get to see these penalties live next week, the Saints game. Mr. Ross said he's coming back for a tailgate, so we'll hopefully see you there. Jawn was in Philly this week. I'm glad. Hopefully you had a good time, but you should be back for the Saints game. Come on.
Got your weeks mixed up.
Come on. What else do we got here?
Todd is suggesting Booby gets the early touches, and we finish the game with. Yeah, to be honest with you, I like you're wincing. You're wincing.
No, I'm listening.
I like the idea of just jamming. It's gonna sound weird. Jordan Howard down their throats at the end of the game, man. We talked about a guy that he's the most physical runner that the Eagles have, right? These guys are dead at the end of the game, and to have him just crunching that line, the holes are there, man. He's taking advantage of them.
I really didn't.
I
didn't appreciate that setup.
Down your throat?
Yeah. Anyway, but overall, just let me tell you, it was a different kind of day. You know, we're inside watching a game, and we don't get these opportunities to actually watch a game together. And the fact that we're in this beautiful, talking about a man cave and the Eagles man cave, that it just Prime got everything in here. I'm a little jealous. I'm ready to buy a house just so I can try and flex, just to catch up to him, because it's amazing. Overall, the day's been a great Eagles football day. I think Eagle fans are going to probably be excited moving into this next game. Yeah, I think the tailgating scene will probably be more lively. I think they've got to get a dub at home.
I'll tell you one guy who's excited. That's the birthday boy. 2 touchdowns. Two touchdowns today from my man. What are you turning? 22?
Can we the rephrasing of the question? He says, "Can Devontae Smith be the man?"
He is the man.
Devontae Smith is the man.
Is the man. No question mark about it. I mean, we were having this conversation earlier. We were talking about just all of the first round options that we had. Could not be happier at this point with Devontae Smith, man. To have a legit wide receiver on our team, this is something that we've been starving for years. And to have that go-to guy on the outside, it means everything. Like look at what he's able to accomplish, man. The catch that he had today against Surtain. Pete Nathan, where you at? I'm looking for you.
That's
you want to talk about PS2? Where you at, bro?
What happened to PS2? That's who I'm looking for, man. I'm looking for Nathan, man. But look, Devontae was having a great game. He was he was feeling it. Birthday wishes, you know what I mean? Shout out for him for his birthday. But man, he was feeling great. He looked great. He is the man. He was playing like the man today. We needed that. He was explosive, made some serious catches. Definitely ran those routes perfectly, and I mean it paid off with the passes from Jalen Hurts. So I mean I don't think there's any more to it. Like, the man is the man. It's already, you know, he's labeled, and that's the reason why we went and grabbed him. And look, he's proven to that. Just looking forward to, you know, the future weeks on what else he's going to do.
First round wide receiver on our team, that's for sure.
That's for damn sure.
Paul's comment here is he says the back and hurts because getting bored with us keep changing QBs every season. Is that, I mean, like, I get your comment here, but it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, you do have to, you know, I mean, Todd says it's too early to tell if we have a QB. It's too early to give up on him. I mean, I'm overall just like sitting back, relaxing, evaluating.
I feel like we're also kind of embellishing the fact that we're not having a different quarterback every season. We had Carson for like 4 or 5 years, and then we moved to Jalen. That's not every season. Come on.
Now Keith always bringing the support for Hurts. He says still evaluating, giving him the full year, like the way he's playing, but there isn't a better QB coming out in the draft this season. You know.
Anthony says Gale's pulling that mic back like a Jalen RPO.
You got to put it in there.
You got to fake him out.
Man, listen, if you would have seen a lot of the behind the scenes with these two getting set up for this, great content.
So what? If you guys are wondering what happened was I forgot my mic. All right.
And then hold on.
Now we got the whole 2-man 1 mic set up.
Yeah. And we were also, I'll just go on Prime.
Yeah. This is what we do, man.
This is going to be Plan B. Speaker.
This thing. What the fuck is that?
Thank God we got a tech guy.
Yeah.
Hey.
All around though, it was a great thing. You know what I mean? Being in the same place with these two, observing the game, being able to call out plays, you know, observing some of the calls that were being made. It was fun. And definitely shout out to Evan for winning the game of horse today.
That's awesome.
I'll be the one to go ahead and tell y'all I had the man all the way up to HORS, and then he came back and he waxed that ass. So you know what I mean? Shout out to the Larry Bird out there. You know what I mean? Larry Bird.
Shout out to Elliot. He says I was at the game, boys. We took over. Hey, Elliot, if you are available and around to speak and you want to jump on the show and
Prime will be able to hear you because we don't have headphones.
Let us know. That's true. We could raise up the volume. Or I mean, if Elliot, if you want to jump on the show, I could send you a invite. We'd love to see what the situation is like.
Love to watch us split earphones.
Hey, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. Now, shout out to Chris. Chris says Sirianni has had a solid 2 weeks of coaching. Offense looks like the Indy offense we were promised now. I mean, at least it makes more sense. You know what I mean? We've been talking about putting too much on Jalen's plate.
Yep.
Prior to that, what was around 80+% of production was coming from Jalen, and that's way too much to ask from a guy like Jalen. So,
and if you look at just what we were promised in the bill of goods with Nick Sirianni, we talked about so much about the three-headed monster that they had in Indianapolis with their running game, Jonathan Taylor, Naheem Hines, and who am I missing? Anyway,
Taylor.
No, I said Jonathan Taylor. But they had a whole stable of running backs that they got their offense, that they had a really strong offense with, and that's what we were expecting to see when Nick Sirianni first came here. And then for him to come out of the gate and just be relying so much on a quarterback who is essentially a rookie, because all he did was start like 4 games last year, then it's not going to work. Like you need to build. You need with a young quarterback, you need to build through the running game, and the fact that we're finally doing that, it's better late than never. Honestly, I'm glad that we finally figured out the formula.
It's definitely glad that we have been able to figure it out as well. I see the comment here about Seth Joyner. AJ was talking about Seth Joyner's having a ball. I guess I don't know. We're not catching the pregame, but Seth Joyner is always coming up with some good content on the Joyner,
man.
Seth Joyner speaks in all caps. Not only his tweets in all caps, he got off the tweets in all caps thing.
Did he?
But I think he's in real life he speaks with all caps.
I believe it. He looks like he does.
Jacob says, I want to see Weapon X as the defensive coordinator before I die. Damn it. I mean, John, Mr. Gannon, showed out today, right? Did he show out?
He did all right.
I mean, coming from what we've been accustomed to. He did his thing.
You know what? Like, it's just like I got.
He had shades on today.
I got a sour taste in my mouth was all, because they were talking Gannon up so much when he was first joining our team that I was expecting that. They said that he was going to be one and done, and we could expect him to be a head coach this next following year. I've been underwhelmed so far by Gannon. He had a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's just so far this year, he's in the same sort of evaluation phase as Jalen Hurts right now. This whole coaching staff is.
AJ says, love seeing the better flow of offense. Defense still got mad issues, but they held Denver to 13. So that's improvement. I mean, it is an improvement. I mean, at the end of the day, when you hold a team to 13 at home, they came off a huge win for their franchise, beating the Cowboys, who were riding high. I know they're not mile high right now, but they changed the name of the stadium. But, I mean, I thought this was going to be their trap game. You come in thinking that the Eagles are who they are, but they showed you who they were, and the fan base. I really need to talk to someone who was there. I would love to feel that energy. I just want to get that vibe from you guys. I mean, sometimes people hit you up like, "Yo, I'm living through you guys right now. I want to live through you guys right now." So give me that vibe if you're around and you want to get on the show. We'd love to.
Yeah, I want to see what Jake Cross has to say right here. He's talking about Darius had a fumble recovery, that touchdown that he knew that the Broncos were on 13 personnel because there was nothing but fat guys on the field. So, Prime, to your point, where you're telling him to go down, Darius Slay saw something that you didn't.
Listen,
it was a bunch of 280-pound men that weren't going to be able to catch him.
I get it, bro. But I mean, let's go. If we go back to the replay, the guy done fumbled the ball twice.
He did.
And that's why I just said go down. But he proved me wrong, and he obviously saw something we didn't see. He sees the whole field.
He hit a second gear too, man.
We only see the camera view, and I only saw 2 guys compared to the 13 guys he was able to see. So, hey, he proved me wrong. He ended up running that gap, and then once he got that open field, he kicked it into the next gear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You guys happen to see anything about this? Stephen Colner was talking about.
No, now I'm interested in finding out what he said.
Fumble? Yeah. Got to get to the bottom of that one. AJ Jones still in my corner here. She's still on the F Gannon. Players have to overcompensate for what they lack.
I mean, but you do have to give credit when it's due. Like, I mean, for a game like this, you can't. How could you be mad at him at this point?
I mean, the beginning of the season.
Yeah. You're looking at some of the Jeff Skversky just tagged me in his tweet. He says Eagles beat the Broncos in Denver for the first time in 32 years. Eagles lead the NFL in rushing since week 7. How about that? How about that? We said run the ball.
We put it on a tomato pie
Prime's,
and made it happen.
Prime's got it on his shirt. The first time in 72 years, the Eagles with 3 guys. You see that? I'm going to read that again. First time in 72 years, the Eagles with 3 guys with 40-plus rushing yards in 3 straight games.
Damn, that's longer than you've been alive.
Yeah, Eagles win 4th game, as many as last year with 7 games left.
That's an improvement.
We can only get better.
Yeah, I guess that's one way of looking at it. Did have AJ says she also wants Brooks back. We did have some big injuries today, didn't we? Did Kelsey? Did he ever end up coming back in the game?
Yeah, he came back in the
did,
game.
okay.
We had a couple scares. We had Dickerson.
Yeah.
We had Kelsey. Howard.
Fletch went down, but he got back up.
That seemed like he got a stinger. Howard ended up having one moment where he was limping a little bit.
Mhm.
Then Byron came in the very next play, kicked off a good rushing attempt, and then when he got hit out of bounds, he looked like he landed awkwardly. But
Yeah.
again, fingers crossed, nobody got hurt throughout the whole game. So we'll see what happens.
Now, shout out to Adam. He says, I know April in the draft is a long way off, but I really would love to see Kyle Hamilton in Midnight Green. Kyle Hamilton, yes, he's a game changer at safety for sure. But on a side note, he says, how did you feel about the white jerseys with black pants? Those who play Madden, see, Evan's not a big man of swagness. Like he
gave her away?
Damn.
I mean, that's not important to him, and we appreciate Evan for who he is. But he's like, I don't care about the uniforms. But I said they're important. They're important. But those who play Madden have probably done this uniform combination, but it hasn't been done before. But hey, if they play like this with this uniform combination, I'm all for it. I'm all for the Kelly Green. I'm all for that movement. I've still been waiting for years for this combination, the Kelly Green comeback. But if they play like this, I'm all for it. Remember, they started playing well with the black pants and black jerseys.
Yeah.
Blackout.
Yeah.
There is rumor that there's a couple other combinations that are going to probably be coming our way in a couple weeks. So stay tuned. But that, like I said, that's rumored. We'll see what happens. I'm hearing the green on green is going to be coming. I'm hearing the green on green is coming.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a combination.
I heard the green on green is coming, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
So there's one up here. So Jason McClellan, he's talking about 3 first-round picks can fix that defense. So this was something I wanted to talk about in the fact that we just had the trade deadline pass. We ended up making no significant motion like how we thought we were. There was like a small trade that was in there, but it was nothing that is a groundbreaking big splash trade. We retained those 3 first-round picks. Now with Carson continuing to play well, it's looking like that's going to be a first-round pick. Is anybody still sitting here after that game? We're actually sitting here talking about draft. Is that what people are thinking about? I don't know.
We're always thinking about the draft, no?
I know, but
well, I mean, we were. I mean, you go back to Thursday night's game, the Dolphins, they ended up winning, so that our draft number pretty much dropped there. So yeah, we're paying attention to the draft. People are paying attention to the draft in their own different ways. So I'm gonna be honest with you. We got a W today, a very well-earned W. So I'm not worrying about that part of the draft this week. You know what I mean? But let's go week by week and see what happens.
TJ Edwards, Todd said, also looking good.
Yeah. Question here from Mr. Cross is: do you guys think the coach coming down from the press box is helping her? Hey, man, if that's a change, if he's got a guy in his ear who's trying to tell him what he sees, or maybe it's I don't know, that connection, that family connection. If it's work, I don't. Whatever is working is working.
When did that actually?
I think the last 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks, he's been coming down.
Hey, if you're a gamer, go check out Mr. Cross's channel. By the way, check out his Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the past 3 weeks have really been it's been a completely different Eagles offense. So if that is what the actual difference is here, keep him down there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if it's definitely making a difference, I agree. Go ahead and keep him down there so that way, these play callers are coming to him faster, quicker, better, whatever the case may be. I don't know, but whatever it is they did to go ahead and fix this thing, let's keep it that way.
That Goddard injury was rough.
Yeah, that was a missed call too. I mean, that was a helmet-to-helmet play, and the fact that no flag got called on there. But then again, being with these two guys and watching the game, there was a lot of calls that we felt that were definitely being missed.
Mm-hmm.
I caught one holding call that was missed. Gayle caught another one, and then all three of us saw the helmet-to-helmet on the replay. Because I mean, at first seeing the play like live, you didn't catch that it was the helmet-to-helmet, but watching the replay, it's like, holy shit, how do you miss that? So hopefully the NFL, I don't know, man. These guys need to get their shit together.
Jason with the $1 million question. He says, Derek Barnett back next season?
Hell no.
Yes or no, and why?
Prime?
No.
And why?
He sucks. He is very he has no what's the word I'm looking for?
Heart.
Nah, it's not even about heart. A little bit too. He just has no discipline, man. I mean, come on, you've been in the league long enough. You need to discipline yourself a whole lot better. I'm not really taking everything away from you. You play well at times, but your discipline needs to get better, man. It should be on point. And where he's at with his shit is just ridiculous. We can't afford to be getting these penalties, and he's putting us in situations that we don't need to be in. I mean, there's times that we could have easily gotten off that field and leave it up to Derek Barnett to go ahead and get that stupid penalty because he's good at that. If there's one thing that you want to go ahead and label him at being good at, he's good at that. Getting that goddamn penalty every goddamn game.
Yikes.
Yeah, so no. And that's the reason why I don't want him back next year.
He made his point. I'm kind of in a camp where I don't think he is back either. I think from a depth standpoint, it would be nice to have him, but I'm also looking at those 3 first-round picks that we were talking about, and you could definitely cash in on an edge rusher in one of those first 3 picks. So if that's the case, you go get a guy on a rookie deal. It'd be probably making less money than Barnett and hopefully more production.
Yeah. I think you got to do better if you want more consistency. I mean, also you talk about other guys not really playing well. I mean, I'm not gonna say he gets pressure. His game isn't consistent. And at this point in time, as a starter, you want consistency off the edge always. But we could talk about Ryan Ware again because where is Ryan? Because Ryan Kerrigan, the guy that we remember. I don't know what's going on there, but overall, I mean, at this point in time, thinking about getting rid of Derek Barnett, the draft, it's really the vibe right now. That's where I'm at. Like I'm like, come on, man, we called a dub.
Yeah,
we've been asking, we've been hoping, and we got a solid dub in the team overall. Looks like they responded to the coaching. And maybe to the Eagles fans coaching out here asking for the ball. Shout out to Rome. My Rome squad. What's up? He says, I have to admit, I like the overall growth I'm seeing with Sirianni. Remember, Cliff Kingsbury had a rough start and how he settled. Again, like this is, I don't know if we as a culture or a nation, everyone's used to now. Yeah, like you
need to have.
You can't Netflix this thing. You can't DoorDash this thing.
We don't even need to go to Cliff Kingsbury. Look at Doug Peterson's first year versus his second year.
Everybody, hey man, it's Rocky Road ice cream for a reason. Sometimes you just gotta hope they grow. And if we're getting some kind of growth and development that we're seeing before our eyes,
you need a team that buys into the coach.
But I mean,
even if we're underperforming, if the team is bought into Nick Sirianni, then we can have growth and come back the next year as a much stronger team.
And again, you go back to the statement you just made, growth. So did we not at one point consider this being a rebuilding year? I mean, so it all plays a part.
We tried to fool ourselves in saying that it was a rebuild, not a rebuild.
Yeah.
It's depending how they it's depending on how they react to the coaching. Like if they start, then it's a retool. But if it's the whole thing needs they need to blow this thing up. The fact that Danny had shades on today, I was like, okay, he's feeling himself. He's he's getting into his groove out here.
Yeah.
And then, bro, again, going back to back in 16, Fletcher Wentz was on the sideline, and when they saw that they finally got their shit together and things were coming together as one, they called it out there. We're gonna be back next year and we're gonna take this shit. Who's to say they ain't looking at it the same way? I mean, we're getting our shit together. Things are the pieces are finally getting put together to go ahead and finalize this puzzle, and hopefully we can go ahead and do something.
And Rome also brings up, he says flower power. And to be honest with you, we gave Nick Sirianni we talked a lot of trash. We had the fertilizing tomato pie made. I saw people with flowers on in the stands. But in reality, let's talk about what that Eagle team has done since that speech has been made. I think it's been a completely different squad since that very corny sounding phrase was uttered.
Hey, whatever water he was throwing on that garden, it's actually it's
miracle, bro.
It's blooming these flowers, man. They're starting to bloom. It's starting to make sense.
I have a confession around my in my car around the mirror. I do have flowers. I have flowers hanging. And I was like, I said, look at it, because it was, we were wearing a tailgate for flower power, for Rome's reasons. And then I look at my car. I'm like, should I take that down? I was like, no, we're doing pretty. I think the vibe is right.
Is rent still due?
I'm gonna keep the flowers up as long as we keep winning. I'm keeping them up.
Is rent still due though?
Hey, Pete, okay, well, hopefully your daughter does come tomorrow. You know what I mean? God bless with that. But don't escape the fact that your boy PS2 got shitted on today.
Hey, what happened to PS2 today? It looked like Devontae dunked on him, bro.
Man, he looks like a PS1.
Wentz has played 58% of the snaps of the expected 2021 Colts snaps. All right,
hey, we're there.
We're another step closer. We're another step closer. Jason says, leave those damn flowers in your car. Don't make me come all the way there from Iowa.
Damn.
Luckily, they're not real flowers. That's the part about it. Don't got to worry about the melting.
Todd says we're still a month and a half behind on rent. It's possible, man.
We're paying piece by piece now. I think we set up a payment plan.
It's possible. It's possible.
Jeff said during Hurts during presser. During Hurts presser, went to Lurie to wear the uniform. Whoa, that's awesome. Oh, we got some intel from
Pops
from Evan's dad. He said,
said
Lovato just let him know that Dallas Goedert just cleared concussion protocol. So that's good.
Nice.
That's good,
news.
Right? Tight end one. No, everyone's.
He did look jarred when he got hit, though, man. He looked like he didn't know where he was. So I'm surprised that that's the case.
Yeah, like I said, man, it definitely looked different from watching it on TV. It didn't look as serious, but hey, when he got to the sideline, I mean, Evan was pointing it out, the fact that he just definitely looked starred, like he didn't even know where the hell he was at. And then next thing you know, we get the little message the little message, or not even that, the message on the corner of the screen talking about, hey, he's out for the head. I'm like, oh man.
Now, is this a vibe that all Eagle fans are feeling right now?
Oh, big time.
Like, because I mean, after this game, I wholeheartedly believe that we will beat the Saints. I'm just feeling that way.
No, I think the Saints have definitely taken a backseat from what they've been in previous years. I mean, it's been ever since they've lost Winston now too. Yeah, Winston's gone. Obviously, Drew left last year. This is a squad that even if he's not starting, Taysom Hill, even if he's not starting, anytime I can watch that dude put a frown on Taysom Hill's face and he can go down the loss, I'm happy, man. That is one guy that in the NFL that I just personally don't think should be on a roster. I couldn't believe all that hype around him the other year. But needless to say, I think the Saints are very beatable.
Yeah, I think our chances for next week's game is definitely up there, especially after this win. We go in there, we go back to the link with this confidence, hopefully with the same game plan or even a better game plan. You know what I mean? But I just hope we don't take no steps back. That's just my fear week in, week out, is that, we have something good going on and then we end up taking a couple steps back. So I'm hoping that that's not the case going up against the Saints. We either stick with the same game plan or a better one and pull off another W. Getting tired of all these teams out here with streaks. Let's start our own goddamn streak. And I'm not talking about losing streak. I'm talking about a winning streak.
One in a row, bro. One in a row. Adam is here talking about the front four. I need to bring it like they did today. More pressure. Yo, the front four. We were getting the pass rush was on today, bro. It was on. We got a man out in Colorado.
I'm trying to get Puga on from the field. Puga. Hey, you ready to
technicalities going on here.
I'm gonna send you a link, dude.
This is how it goes down behind the scenes. So we book our guests mid-air.
Hey, it's all about what we do here in the Prime Cave. You know what
I mean?
Well, you took my screen away. So
these two are hilarious. I'm just saying. All right, while they're in the background, can't get their shit together, and they're both using the same screen. Hilarious.
I think we look good.
Oh yeah,
I think we're pulling it off.
Not taking that away from you, absolutely. But I just laugh on who's getting more room. Is Gayle pushing you out the way? Or you pushing Gayle out the way? And then we had somebody asking why didn't the three of us? Man, listen, these two would have been able to sit next to me.
Yeah, those are some big shoulders I got to fight with there, man. Come on now.
We wouldn't have been able to make that happen.
But Adam's also talking about T.J. Edwards and Davian Taylor stepping up. Sean Bradley as well.
Yeah,
I mean, he had big hit on special teams today as well.
Yeah, they had some key plays. I mean, there were some plays that were upsetting, but there were some plays that they came through and they played a big part. We had a lot of 3 and outs, and we haven't seen that in a while. So the fact that they were able to accomplish that today was big. Hey, that's what it is, okay.
Aside from the penalty, Maddox, but Maddox has been stepping it up.
Yo, Maddox had some key plays today besides the little taunting. But yeah, he had a key tackle. Yeah, key tackle. He upended one of the players.
Oh, we got Puga in from Denver. Jumping on this.
It's that Denver
Puga, he got Sprint. But we still love him as a person. Sprint's no longer around, you know that.
Sprint's around.
Yeah, Sprint is still around. I think it's Sprint and T-Mobile. Yeah. All right, we're gonna wait till Puga gets his stuff together there.
Yeah, man. Lena says, "Go Birds!" Looking good today. Happy birthday, Devontae Smith. I think. Great game from Devontae Smith. Crispy routes. You see him open all day.
Yeah, he's always man, and every single game he's a route running technician, and continue after that. I mean, Pete Nathan was talking all this juice about PS2, and quite frankly, he made him look pretty pedestrian today, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Puga's on. Wow, singular.
Wow. Damn, right.
That's a step in the time machine right there. That was my first film with the singular.
What kind of fun did you have? I had the lights, and different light ups, and all that stuff. Yeah, singular was the shit.
Yeah. It really is a mystery right now as why we aren't able to put this together at home and why this is only something that we're able to accomplish on the road. We know that the Eagles are a team that travels well. We obviously Puga. I had friends in the stands, and they were all saying how Denver was painted green this entire week, and the fact that we provide that energy even at away games, sure as hell that we're providing that energy at home games. What is the disconnect? Why can't we get it done at home? It just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Maybe the football teams that we play.
I was getting ready to say that, but I didn't want
just at the end of the day, when you start looking at the quarterbacks that we played at home, You know, like Garoppolo is not a world beater. We should beat them with the
No,
game.
we should have
better
definitely
game
won that. We should
KC's
have.
tough.
KC, Brady.
We should have had it. We should have had that win last week. You know what I mean? We fell short on that one. And look, I'm not going to take nothing away from that Tampa Bay game neither. We were coming back strong. But it was just a little bit too late. So I mean, anything could have been possible for that one. But yeah,
Oh, so we got Puga in from Denver. How you doing, my guy?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Can you guys hear me all right?
yeah, a little bit. How you doing, Puga?
Oh, dude, I'm on top of the fucking world right now. We just beat the fuck out of the Broncos. Fuck them.
Puga coming in hot.
They're talking all this shit before the game. And we just fucking murdered them.
What's the chemistry like over there?
Oh, dude, the Eagles fans took over the stadium. By the end of the game, everybody was doing the walk of shame. Everybody was leaving early. And no, we took over the stadium. You know how we do it at road games, guys. That's what it was again.
So overall, like, were you one of the people that was at the hotel?
No, I was not there at the hotel. I got there early, but I had dinner reservations, so I had to leave. But I heard that there was a great crowd out there. There's Eagles fans literally all over Denver the entire weekend, guys. It's been awesome. Denver is an amazing place. Come out here if you ever get a chance.
You mentioned that how we took over the stadium. Can you just describe what it was like inside the stadium on the big play Slay fumble recovery touchdown?
Well, you know what was weird about that? I initially thought that the refs were going to call the play dead because he had been running around for a while.
Yeah.
So I thought they had called the play dead, but they let him keep playing when he got loose. And I saw the refs running with Darius Slay down the field. That changed the entire game. That was, I think that was the backbreaker for the Broncos. They were in the game pretty much the entire game until that happened. And then when that happened, the rest is history. And this is probably one of the best wins I've seen in a while. I'm glad this is redemption for me because you guys know I was in Dallas back in week 3, and to see them come out here and just dominate a team on the road is just awesome.
Well, that's something that we were saying at the top of the show, how this really feels like the most complete win that we've had so far as a team this year. Would you agree?
No, Evan, you couldn't say it any better. The defense came to play. They got the turnovers when they needed them. The offense was executing. They were, Devontae Smith, man. I mean, he was eating Patrick Surtain's lunch the entire game.
That's right.
So I mean, hey, it can only get better from here. You know what I mean? And I feel like the Broncos blew their load last week in Dallas and didn't have enough for today. So, we caught them at the right time, and I'm happy. I'm happy the Eagles won. Great Eagles win.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was Gale's statement. He didn't say that this was a trap game, for sure.
You know what? I didn't. I'm sorry. There's
You're good.
I'm sorry. There's a fucking accident or something. I don't know. Anyways.
No, we just murdered the Broncos.
Dude, Eagles fans are everywhere. We're still part of Connection. The players are out here meeting with their families and stuff. It's great. It's awesome. Everyone's in a happy mood. Happy flight back to Philadelphia. Howie Roseman wasn't sweating. He looked pretty good getting back on the bus back to Philly. So, I'm happy that I just came to see this, man. This was awesome.
Well, Puga, man, I just want to, thank you for, just stopping by the show and giving your take. I know you're running. You're about to do your partying. I know you still got more to drink out there. When are you heading home?
It's funny. Let me tell you, I've had to be careful the entire weekend drinking out here because the elevation fucks with your blood. So you get drunk faster up here in the Mile High City. So I was about 2-3 beers in. And I'm like, there's no way I can be drunk off of 3 beers. I'm Mexican. I can drink way more than this and not get drunk. So, it's the elevation that got to me. But I've been behaving. I'm going to go party on 16th Street right now with my guys. guys say hi. Come here. Oh, I'm here with Devin and Brian. They're here.
Hey, Devin. Hey,
What's up,
Brian.
guys? You're
How you doing?
John
Have a good time, man.
5 right now.
Eventually, it'll all come together.
But yeah, no, it was a fun win. It was a fun win, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, man. And I'll see you soon. I'll call you guys on Tuesday.
Yes, sir, bro. Appreciate you. All right.
Be safe.
See that vibe? You see that energy? Hear it in his emotions. Like, I'm going to party on 16th Street with my guys.
Well, Prime's brother, he's got quite the bar around the corner. We could go have our own party as well,
Yeah. Shout out to little bro. You know what I mean? I definitely had to take the boys over there to go catch some of the other games.
He's got a nice man cave as well.
He definitely does.
That's your own, man. Something about these man caves.
That's what we do, bro. That's what we do.
Hey, so yeah, I mean, Brian says let's go party. I'm feeling that vibe right now. I'm ready to go party. Not like we got anywhere to go. We've been eating like champions. Shout out to Prime's family.
For sure.
But I mean, overall, we got a great game, right? We got a dub on the road. We're on the road to victory. Hopefully, they will build off this, right? Last word for today. We have a tailgate. We have a tailgate coming up November 21st. We will have the cheesesteaks by Evan. Well, tomato pies by Conchi. Bud Light will be sponsoring. So make sure you all come out, have a good time. If you're thinking about coming to the stadium, we'll be in parking lot G2. Other than that, I just be excited about the dub, man. This is do the backstroke in it. We haven't had these moments in a while, so cherish it.
Yeah, I said after the Detroit game to soak it in because that was probably the best win that you're going to get all year. This is another one of those games. I want you to soak it in, and this is one of those soak it ins with some more hope for the rest of the season. I was saying that versus Detroit because we really just trounced an absolutely trash football team. This week, Denver is a squad that is. It's not like they are the top elite team of the league, but they're definitely it's not a picnic. That's not a game that you could go in unprepared. I think the Eagles showed up prepared. They had a good game plan on both sides of the ball. And I think it is strong things to come for the rest of the year. So, good win today. Go Birds.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else you could say on top of that. It was definitely a good win, good vibe. Definitely going to be a great week. Get to go to work tomorrow with my head up. Even though I go to work with my work every week with my chin up, head up, stay positive. But it's definitely going to be even more worth it this week coming up. It's going to be great. Definitely looking forward to the tailgate. Miss you guys. Definitely going to go ahead and bring it on the 21st against the Saints. And again, hoping that we can keep this same game plan and same energy because we need it, to finish out the rest of the season. Things could be looking in a better direction for the rest of the way. So hopefully it stays that way.
Thanks for having us, Prime.
Yeah, Prime, man, you're awesome, bro.
Anytime.
But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. From me, Evan, and Prime. As always, it's Fly Eagles Fly, and we will see you in the next one.